Welcome back for lesson 11. Today we're going to be making a role-playing game, otherwise known as an RPG. And to start off, I'm going to show you what the finished product looks like so you have an idea of what we're aiming towards. So I'm going to run it. Okay, so we're fighting a dragon. And to start off, we have 10 points and the dragon has 10 points. Notice that we have 3 options for what we can do. We can slap the dragon, which gives 1 point of damage. We can use our sword for 2 points of damage, and we can use a magic sword for 3 points of damage. So, and as we go, it gets progressively harder. So it's pretty likely that if we try to slap the dragon that we will make contact with the dragon, but if we use our magic sword, the probability of that happening is a lot less. So let's try to use a sword. So our attack missed. We did no damage to the dragon. The dragon also did no damage to us. Notice that the dragon is the computer and it took its turn right after we completed our turn. Let's try the sword again. Okay, this time our sword got a direct hit. Notice that the points that the dragon now has is 2 less than it started with. So now the dragon's down to only 8 points. The dragon's attack again missed, so we're at 10 points. So let's try our sword again. We got another direct hit, and again the dragon missed. So let's try a magic sword. This time our attack missed and the dragon attack missed. The dragon's not doing very good in this game. So let's try slapping. Slap the dragon. This dragon is doing actually very bad. I'm not quite sure why he's doing so bad. Let's try magic sword. Oh, there we go. The dragon finally made contact with us. Okay. So let's try the regular sword. We missed. It made contact. Regular sword. We made contact. It made contact. Let's try the magic sword. Nope. How about regular sword? No. Again, regular sword. And again. Okay. So now we've got the dragon within 1 point of life and we have 2 points. Try one more time. Okay. So the dragon has negative points, but that's not possible. But we defeated the dragon, so good job. Okay, so now we want to write our program. We're going to call it Dragon Fight. So we're going to say public class Dragon Fight. And we're going to need to import. We're going to be importing 2 things from the same directory, so there's actually a shortcut for doing that. So instead of writing out 2 different import statements, we can just write one. So we can do import java.util.star semicolon. This will import both the scanner and the random class, which we're going to be making use of both of them here. So we're going to create a scanner object and a random object. We're going to call both of them static because we're going to be accessing them from the main method. So static scanner, I'm going to call it input equals new scanner system dot in, and static random, call that random equals new random. And we're also going to need a Boolean value, so this is also going to be static. I'm going to call it turn, and to start off we're going to set it to be true. Okay, so now I'm going to give you the outline of the methods to be used. I'm going to give you a description of what the method does and the method signature, and we're going to come back and fill in the methods a little bit later. So the first method is going to display the introduction message at the beginning of the game. And notice that this is a comment, and this is the method signature. We're going to call it public static because it's being accessed from the main method, void display intro message. It's going to take in no parameters, and like I said, we'll come back and fill that in a little bit later. Our next method is going to have a comment that tells us that it plays the game, and it also makes use of other methods. And the comment and the method signature for this is public static, again because it's being made use of in the main method, void start game, and again no parameters. And once again we will be coming back to fill in the method, but I just want to make sure that we all have the correct method signatures and all the correct comments. So the next method that we're going to be working on is going to keep track of the player's move. So it's going to say player's move, it's given the life score of the dragon, and it returns the new life score of the dragon. Method signature here is public static int because it returns an integer, player move, it takes in int comp life for the computer life. We're going to have a method that takes care of the computer's move. It is given the life score of the player, and it returns the new life score of the player. And the method signature for this is public static int comp move, takes an int player life. I have a couple more methods to create. We need to have a method that checks if the game is done. So checks if the game is done, if the player computer has life less than equal to 0, it returns true. The method signature for this one is public static, again because it's being accessed from main method, boolean is done. It's going to return either true or false. It takes an int player life and int comp life. Okay, then second to last method to create is going to display the life points. So displays the life points of the player and the dragon. Again, method signature is public static void display game info, takes in an int player life, an int comp life. And the last and final method is the main method. It calls the display intro message and start game methods. And method signature for this, as always, is public static void main string args. And just to start off, I will tell you what this does. Like I said, it calls the display intro message. So again, to call a method, what we just do is we write the name of the method along with any parameters and send it any parameters that it needs. In this case, both of these methods require no parameters. So we have display intro message and also start game. Okay, so that is the outline of our game so far, and now we can go back and fill in a couple more details. Okay, so now we want to go back and add a couple more comments inside of the methods to help you guys flesh out what to do. So inside your display intro message, make a comment that says print out begin game message. Then inside of our start game, we want to have some local variables. So I'm going to give you what these local variables are. So we want an int player life equal to 10, and we want an int comp life equal to 10. So then we want to call display game info, which is display game info. And then we're going to make use of a while loop, and this is for while game is while not is done, which is a method. So then inside of our while, we want to, if turn is true, then set comp life equal to player move comp life. So you want to set it equal to the result of that, else set player life equal to comp move player life. Okay, so that's it for right now, and